Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good, sir. Let's talk about Dali Swirl, who last came fourth at the 1400 meters at the Pune race.
Yeah, he's been quite consistent, and hopefully, I hope that he runs a big race again.
Yeah.
Let's hope for the best.
Who rides Dali Swirl?
I've got Saklain. He's a 3.5 claimer from Bangalore, an
Okay.
apprentice to ride him this time. So let's see how he partners him.
All right. And, it's just recently ran, so you think the track work has been indifferent or you've kept it by like
I've just kept him going as much as I could, and I did not do much with him.
Okay.
So let's see how it goes.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let's talk about your runners for tomorrow, sir. We've got excellent
Uh,
gold and.
Son of a Gun in the first race. Son of a Gun ridden by C.H. Jodha.
Yeah.
He had a race on the very first day of Pune. It was a little quick, the race.
Came third in the last
Yeah,
race,
but
yeah.
Trevor had lost his stirrup at the gates. And since then, he has come up a lot. And I'm trying him over 1400 meters for the first time. Tracking well, doing well. I like him very much, actually.
Okay. Let's talk about SUPERLEGGERA, your first runner for tomorrow's races.
He's a 5-year-old colt. He's had 2 runs here in Pune. He's a horse that has won 2 races of his life, both in Bombay. He's never won here in Pune. But he's feeling well. He's worked all right, and he's come into Division 2, and we are hoping that he runs well and wins.
Okay. You think the Pune tracks would be favorable, or like, is there a particular regime that you made it practice on the track work?
Well, from his previous start, it didn't seem like he has any issues with the track, although he's never won here. But we are hoping that he wins over here too.
All right. Okay. And anyone to look out for in this race?
Remus is a good horse. He's run a good second. Um, so I think he's one horse in competition, and there's Buckley also, who's had 1 run in here in Pune. So these are the 2 horses that will be.
Okay.
And excellent gold. Still just finding his strides back. I think in a couple of races he should come around.
All right. Who rides them, sir?
That will be ridden by my jockey Joy Chenoy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Tomorrow, Sunday, the 11th September, I have 9 level.
Yes.
So it's 9/11. Okay. In the first race, I have a house called Remus.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he got planted in his last start. I've got Anthony Raj riding him. It's a 7th-long race. There's a youngster in the race called Son of a Gun.
Yes.
So he's be the danger.
Okay. And how's Remus doing, sir? The
Remus is
track
doing
work?
well. After his got planted, I had to show him in a mock race. He's passed his test, so he's okay. No problem.
Good morning, Karthik.
Good morning.
All right, let's talk about your runners for tomorrow.
Well, in the first race, I've got Aries. He's a very good horse, but he had a lot of problems as a 3-year-old and early 4-year-old. He's come out of it now. He's feeling well. We've snapped some blinkers on him. He's worked well. Let's see. Season's not started off the way I wanted to, but it's a game of patience. Things will come around, and hope it does in the first race.
Yes, and do you think the blinkers would be of help? Like,
Definitely. He's a horse who keeps concentrating on what's happening around him. And we didn't want to put blinkers earlier on because he was running long distance races. And now he's back to a 7, and it should help him.
all right, and who's riding Aries?
Bhavani Singh rides Aries.
Anyone else to look out for in this race, you think?
Well, there's a lovely horse, 3-year-old called Son of a Gun, who's very talented. According to me, he's one of the top 3-year-olds in the center. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Let's talk about Hawk of the Wind.
Hawk of the Wind is first time runner with me. His past runs are quite suggestive. He's run very well with a good company. So he has a little issue which we try to sort it out. I think the horse over there has to be THUNBERG, who's worked very well, and last time he did a run, I guess so. So I hope he runs a good race.
Okay, who's riding Hawk of the Wind?
Yash rides him.
Okay, and since it's the first time with you, what is the particular training or track work looking at?
I can't do too much on the track work because he has issues. So I've given him a mock race, and he's definitely come up after the race.
Okay, So good, then we have a good chance for tomorrow.
Yes, I'm hoping for the best.
Love. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
How's the track work looking, sir? Got for the runners tomorrow?
Oh, I've got 5 runners tomorrow.
Yeah.
Busy day.
Yeah. Let's talk
Uh,
about your first runner for tomorrow.
4 of them Nazil is riding, and no, all 5 Nazil is riding actually.
All right.
Yeah, the first one is Metzinger. He's making his racing debut, so
Oh, lovely.
most probably will need the race.
Correct. All right. Good morning. How are you, Dallas?
Fine, thanks.
All right. Let's start with your first runner for tomorrow.
My first runner, Champagne Smile, she's had the benefit of a run, but she's got a very soft mouth. And Sunday showed it the other day, and she kept on putting her head high. She's improved since the run, but I think everybody has to beat Thunberg in that race. She's got a rating of 42,
Yeah.
and we're all at 27 and 26, so she's
Okay.
head and shoulders above us.
All right. And you think that the behavior will change of the neck going up in this?
Yeah, she should be better with it. Definitely better.
Okay.
We've sorted it out. I've done her teeth,
Okay.
and we've done a dentistry on her, and she's definitely feeling better with it.
So I think that should definitely make a marked improvement.
A bit of a difference,
Alright.
hopefully.
I've got a filly called High Spirits running. She's a very fast filly. Both the time she ran, it was raining heavily, and she's a highly strung filly. So she probably got a lot of mud in her face, and she got very scared.
Okay.
If it doesn't rain, I think she could finish on board.
She could finish
Yeah.
on board. Morning, sir. Let's talk about Thunberg.
Morning. Yeah, I have Thunberg running in a 6 furlong maiden. I think she was a little intimidated the last time. Being her first run in Pune, I think she ran a much better race. I have Umesh riding her. She has worked well, and I think she should go well.
All right. And anyone else to look out for apart from Thunberg?
We haven't studied the race, but I think the filly is. If she settles and she keeps her mind in the game, she'll run a big race.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Divine Hunt. Let's talk about that.
Divine Hunt, he's running first time in a mile race. Last time he ran a good race. He ran a third in place. And tomorrow also he has a decent chance, but he will run in 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
He's an older horse, and first time he is running in the mile race.
Mile race.
Yeah.
But I think previous experience will help.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
his experience also. And another thing, I got an allowance this time.
Okay.
And the boy called Saklan, he is running first time in Pune.
Correct.
He's, I think tomorrow when he's running, is riding,
Yeah.
is the first time he's riding in this track.
Correct.
And he is a good boy because I've seen his some races also. Because of that, I taking an allowance.
Okay. And how is he working with your runner?
This horse, he is like a school horse. He don't want much work.
Okay.
He has a slow workout and study, and he's looking good.
Okay.
He has a decent chance.
Okay.
Not a 100%, but chance.
Good morning, Nirad.
Good morning, Aranda. How are you?
Very good. How are you? How's the races for tomorrow? She is on fire.
Well, I hope she gets on fire again tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's done well. She's had that one start here in the Independence Trophy where she ran fourth.
Yes.
Okay, she was a faraway fourth behind Anne because I genuinely don't think she gets a mile and a quarter. She just, ran on to keep her fourth place.
Yeah.
She's running in an age group tomorrow. She's running a mile, which will suit her much better. She's got a bit of a competition vis-a-vis 12th Earl. We've run together in Bombay where I've run second, 12th Earl has run third, just a length behind me. But then he's got an advantage of taking 5 kilos off.
Okay.
So weight-wise, he definitely does have an advantage. And he's not run a bad second last time out.
Correct.
So I think basically that's the only horse that I really think because the rest of the horses, I don't think number one Divine Hunt gets the mile. And the remaining horses that I've run with, I've already raced with them and I've run ahead of them.
Run ahead. All right.
Yes.
But, since last time she's on fire came fourth, and what's the track work been like?
Well, she doesn't do much track work. She only trots in the school, but she does her gait practice every week. So she's been working. Her last 2 workouts have been very decent.
Okay.
So that's a little encouraging.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if all goes well, she should be on fire.
Definitely. And we can't wait to see the races tomorrow. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about your runners for tomorrow.
I got Marlboro man running in the mile. He will do well. There are 2 or 3 other horses also, but I think he can win tomorrow.
Okay. And Who's riding Marlboro?
TS Jodha rides Marlboro man.
The track work looking for?
Yeah, everything is good. He has he's done well. He's raced well earlier also. He had a bit of eye injury in his previous start, but I think this time he can win.
Okay.
My next runner is 12th. I put him in a 5 years old and over race, but he's gone to the upper class now. He's running in class 4. He surprised me by running second the other day. He ran a grand race. He just got beat to the flutist. He's running again. But I think there's Divine Hunt. She's on fire of NIRAD's. And Campaign. They're all going a bit better than me on handicap. So, but he'll run a fair race.
How's the track work going for 12th?
I don't work him. He just works on the treadmill because he's had a bit of issues on his legs.
Okay, all right. Okay. But I'm sure that, now that the last run he came second, so I think this time should definitely make the board.
I hope he hits the board. He's at a higher class, so.
Yeah, all right.
Then I've got Power of Thor, my old man, running again with Dashrath.
Thor is also very fancied, also always.
Not really. He's an old horse now,
Yeah.
and being ridden by Dashrath Singh, and he would be just having an outside chance.
Okay.
Third race, I have 2 horses in an age group race. One is a horse called Campaign, who's been running some consistent races, and a horse called Count the Wind running after really long. So I think Campaign should run well. The horse to beat would be She's on Fire and Fluterist.
Yes. And who rides them, sir?
My Campaign is ridden by Vishal Bunde and Count the Wind's K. Nazil. In the 4th race, I have a horse called Pad's Angel. He's carrying a huge impost of 61 kilos. I think the only danger to me would be ALASTAIR.
ALASTAIR.
Yeah.
And how's the fitness of Pride's Angel?
He's had 2 runs in Bangalore. Then he's had races here. He's had one run here.
Pune track would be favorable.
Yeah, Pune. He's won 2 races in Pune track last year. Anthony Raj rides him.
Then in the following race, I've got Desert Fire, ridden by my apprentice who's doing well, Mustaqim. He's run a cracker of a race last time.
Yes.
He should run well, but I can't nominate him as such. Was not very reliable.
Okay. Next we have is
Raffaello.
Raffaello.
Yeah, my next runner is Raffaello. He won last time out. There's Desert Fire, who's going better than me on the scale. There's Alistair. But I think the horse will run very well. He's come up since his last run, and I give him a bit of a chance. Sandesh rides him.
Next we have ALASTAIR. Now ALASTAIR came first in the last run in Pune. So.
ALASTAIR ran a good race last time. He won his last race. He had a horse called Pure behind him, which seemed a little unlucky. He's there this time. We have a little disadvantage on the scale in the handicap. But the horse is well and he'll run a big race. I think we have to beat Pure.
Pure. All right.
Next one is Arabian Phoenix.
Arabian Phoenix again is a...
Yeah, he's running against the same few horses who have beaten him before.
Yeah.
But he's fit well. Luck of the race will do it for him.
Luck of the race. But all their training has been like you've kept it minimal or any changes weight wise?
I train them according to how they are feeling. If they're feeling well, I give them regular workouts. If they're feeling little low, I sort of ease off on them. But he's been taking it well. He's had no issues at all.
And always a fancied horse also. So,
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
But at the same time, I have another horse, Majestic Warrior,
Yes.
ridden by Joy Chinoy. He's showing a lot of improvement in his last run,
Okay.
and I expect him to be in the 1-2.
1-2. And again, the track work and fitness levels should be
Much
better.
showing improvement, I said.
The second one is Petronia.
Yeah,
I've- She's a very nice horse. She's worked well. I think she can pull it off.
She can put to counter Savoy.
I have Count of Survive in mile. He's running for the mile, and he ran a very nice race last time. It looks like he needed that run. He's come up after the race. He's doing very well. I think the horse to beat over there is Alicia, who is also had a race in the same race where we were ran together, and she's a classic winner. So I think I have to beat her.
And who runs?
Yes, right.
Yes, right. And again, like, we're talking about the weather and Pune. So you think it's going to be favorable for Countess of War?
Yeah, he ran on this track, so he has the
He has
experience. So yeah,
experience.
so it should
That
suit.
helps.
It should suit him. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you.
Successor runs the class 2 mile. She's had a run. She's finished second, of course, by 6.5 lengths to Arc de Triomphe, who ran second in the IDAR Gold Cup the other day to Zuccarelli.
Yeah.
But she'll run a good race. There's Petronia in the race and Pacey's Alicia.
Alicia.
But Sandesh rides this one too, and she'll go close.
She'll go close. Next, we have Alicia.
Alicia is a lovely filly. She's run a good first run in Pune. She had a slight surgery on her joint, nothing major. She's working well, and her target is the fillies and mares, but she's very well and can win this race.
Okay.
I have Umesh riding her.
Fifth race, I have a horse called Multistarrer. Was a little unlucky last time, got very badly pocketed.
Yeah.
And I got beat to Alastair.
What do
And
you think would be the chances this time?
tomorrow chances are good. He's carrying no weight on his back. And this Parma rides him. And there's a horse called Petronia.
To look out for?
Yeah, she'll be a little danger, that's all.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Let's talk about Ashwa Bravo. How do you think the track work is looking for him?
He worked well. He's hoping he'll do well in this race. I'm very nice to see him working in Pune, and he's well. He's fine and fresh.
Okay, you think the Pune tracks would be favorable, or I think the track work?
Yeah, he likes soft going. There is no problem. He won 2-3 races in soft going in Hyderabad also, and Bangalore he ran good second to Forest Flame in soft going only. He suits the track. There is no problem.
Okay, and how do you think the performance has been since the last time it ran? Any changes, or have you worked him differently?
No, he's same pattern. He's in same pattern. Whatever he works 3 days before in gallop, I galloped him Hyderabad. He galloped well. He's looking well
Track
also.
work looks
Track work is very good,
Okay.
and he's looking well.
Okay, so that means we've got like a good chance for Ashwa Bravo tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a very good chance in tomorrow. I think inform all that walk-in is the horse to
Yes. Okay.
beat.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Walk-in is running. He's done well. He's been in great form. He has a great heart. He's won 2 of his 2 starts. He's maintained his condition. This time there's an outstation challenger, Ashwa Bravo. He's also apparently working well, and I think Leopard Rock will also be out there. He's also worked very well, and I think the race is between these 3 horses, and I'm hoping that he gets a hat trick for us this season.
Definitely. But anything particularly in terms of fitness for Walken, or have you just like kept him low when it comes to track?
Well, after running 2 races, there's not much. But yes, he's maintained the way he is, and whatever was required, the minimum bit has been given.
All right.
So he's kept up his condition.
Lovely.
Then in the big race, the Johan Turf Club Cup Trophy, I have 2 horses. My favorite horse, Iron Age, and a horse called Endeavour.
Yes.
I think it's a very competitive race. Iron Age, I can't wait to run him only in sprints. So I'm trying to pitch him in over a 7.
Yes.
Yeah, hope he gets a 7. He's had a decent race in this Sprinter's Cup in Chennai, where Anthony Raj rode him. No, John rode him. And this Anthony Raj rides him, and Endeavour is ridden by C.S. Jodha. So competitive race. I think the hot favorite in the race would be Auckland.
Next one, I have Sultan Suleiman. Sultan Suleiman is running in the tough race, and he's a terms race and tough race.
He's a very good horse, right?
He's a good horse and genuine horse, because last time I couldn't get a chance to give a lot of pace work because of the rain and all. But last time he worked very well, and the spurt also well. And he will run a decent race, but tough race. But he will run a decent race. He will run 1, 2, 3, 4.
And who's riding Sultan?
T.S. Jodha is riding. Yeah, he won last time in Bombay, and he's riding tomorrow.
And has the weight been maintained, or any?
Yeah, his conditions and everything is good. He's looking good and everything. Yeah, work is good.
All right. Okay. Any other horse to beat, sir, in this race, you think?
3, 4 horses fancying in that race. Tom's race is a tough race, but he will run a good race.
Okay. All right.
Sunrise Ruby. She's running in a very tough set, but she's a very honest horse.
Correct.
And she's worked well also. I'm hoping she pulls it off.
Definitely. And how's the track work looking for Sunrise?
She's doing very well. She's a absolute angel.
Angel, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Forming quite well also. So,
Yes, yes.
you think that can help?
She's getting old now. She's a 6-year-old, but she enjoys her racing and she's very honest in the races. So I don't have any complaints with her.
The next last runner, so for you.
I have I have a horse called Magneto is running the
Magneto
cemetery.
also quite fancied, I think, for that's the chatter around.
He's fancying last time, but always his draw has come outside draw. Last time in the 5 furlong also is a 14 draw. Tomorrow also is a 14 draw. But I'm worried about the draw only. But he worked well and he has a decent chance. And there is a tough race. 3-4 horses fancying in that race.
Okay, which ones?
One is Faisal's horse is there, and Mr. Narendra Lagar's horse is there, and HOSIDAR's horse. These three horses, they are fancying strongly. But inshallah, he will run better than last time, he ran last time. I'm only worried about his draw. Draw is very bad, but he's maintained his condition. And inshallah, he has a good chance.
Practice done from the gates.
No, gate is a absolutely perfect. But last time that boy, he's running because of the draw, he ran a bad race. I think. Then also he ran 4th.
Okay, still imagine. So there is a good chance for tomorrow.
He has a very good chance.
Lovely. Okay, and who rides?
The same suckling boy. He's the first time running in this track. Let's see.
Okay.
And he's carrying allowance also. Yeah. Because of the allowance, I think he has a better chance.
He has a good chance. So yes, fingers crossed and all the best, sir.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
7th race, I have Simsim and running out there along with Dorsabil. Simsim, I think, was unlucky last time out. So I have cut down her trip a bit.
Okay. You think that's gonna help for sure?
She's running a bit too early, but I'm sure that, like she's in form and she should run a big race. TS Joda is riding her this time.
Okay.
So keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay.
7th race, Coeur de Lion.
Yes.
Very promising horse in Bombay. Ran some good races there, including in the Poonawalla Multi-Million and other races.
So this will be the first run in Pune.
Had a lovely mock race
Yes.
to give him a lung opener because Pune it is difficult to win first time out for 3-year-olds.
Correct.
Again, he's running against older horses also because this is an open race. But out of all my runners, I would like to say that he's my best runner of the day.
Best run of the day.
Then another one is Agostino Karachi. He's running with me for the first time. He's running after a big layoff. Very kinky fellow.
Okay.
He's worked really well. If he puts his mind to racing, he can do it.
Marcella is a 7-year-old mare. She was withdrawn last start. So she's got a practice and she's been a consistent horse and she's running in an open class this time. There are some youngsters, good youngsters. So let's hope she runs well.
Okay. And any one particular youngster that Marcella should look out for?
I think Altaf's Magaleto is a good horse over there and maybe he has a good chance.
Okay. And how's the fitness been? Any weight reduction or gain?
She's a bit on the lighter side, so fitness is not always a concern for her. She always maintains her fitness that way. She doesn't need too much work. So yeah, that's about it.
Another horse running in the 3-year-olds maidens race called Blues Pride. It's his first start. I'd like to see how he also does.
Okay. But any particular track training or something, or just like left?
No, without training we can't run horses. He's done his work. He's done decent workouts and all, but first time on grass. Let's see how he fares.
Then in the following race, I've got a first-time runner called Diamond in the Rough, ridden by Akash Agarwal. He came to me about a month and a half ago. He's still getting there, but he's a good horse. He's a good horse in the long run.
How's the track work looking for Diamond in the Rough?
Still to come up a lot.
Okay.
Immature.
All right, then we have Montgomery now, 2 runs in total, and of course, last one came second.
Montgomery. He's a got abroad. He's a bit weak, but he has strengthened and he is a lot better for his last run. He ran a good second last time.
Yeah.
Came up against a really nice horse, and I think he can win this time for us.
Okay, lovely. All right, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's talk about Perfect Win, your runner for tomorrow. Apparently, this is the first run.
Yeah, he's 3-year-old running for the first time. He's a nice horse, but I think he'll need this race. I still expect him to run a nice race.
Okay, and so how's the track work looking for Perfect Win?
He's done a good gate jump, and he's shown me a little promise. But I still think he may need this race, but he'll run a good race.
And in the 8th race, I have a horse called Fancy Nancy. She's running a debut.
Yes.
And she's worked well. She's given all the satisfaction. Prep has been very good. Anthony rides her. There's a horse with a few horses in this race who had some races under the belt. Horse called Montgomery.
Yeah.
And so that's the horse to beat.
The 8th race, I've got a filly called Habibi. She runs the first time of her life. She'll need the run. I think everybody has to beat Pacey's horse Montgomery in that race.
All right.
Yeah.
But I'm sure anything particular now that the first time she's going to run. So
With first time horses, you never know, but she'll definitely need the run. They don't have the experience, so there's always a chance of them running a bit green. But she'll, as long as she runs a decent race, I'll be happy. Vishal Bunde rides her.
all right, let's talk about Mojo.
Mojo, Amin Merchant will be riding her. She's been running fairly decent races, but still I think she has to improve a bit to get going into the winner's circle.
Okay. How is the track work for her? Anything in particular, or you've kept it?
She's a light frame filly, and I've just kept her easy, and that's about it.
Souza, who came 4th in the last run.
Souza, I brought him down in distance because I think maybe the mile and a quarter is a bit far for him. So I'm hoping that this young boy who's been riding well, we've got allowance off the horse's back, and I brought him down distance. I think he can sort of turn the tables on them.
Okay, and how's the track work?
His track work is good, but he's run very recently, so I haven't done much with him. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
And any other horse to beat in this apart from?
I haven't studied the race, but the horse is well and he should run well.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank.
And my last runner in the last race is School Pursuit. He ran a decent race. He finished 5th the last time. He's not shown much of an improvement in the mornings. He's a bit dry coated, but I just hope he runs well. That's it.
All right. Okay. And anyone to look out for in this race?
Yeah, I think Pacey's horses come down. Souza, who ran second in 4th class at the Independence Cup, and then ran a poor 4th the other day.
Yeah.
But he's come down in class. It's a class 5, 4 years old and over.
Yeah.
So I think he should get the measure of the rest of us.
All right. Okay. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
Then the 9th race, I have Anushka. Again, Jockey Saklane will be riding her with a 3.5 kgs off.
Okay.
And
Anushka has always been a very it's a fancied horse, so
yeah, but she's like, she does a bit. Let's
Yeah.
hope again she managed to score, but let's see how it goes. She's not been she's been consistent, but unfortunately not been lucky enough to keep getting a share of races. So I'm looking forward that she does it again.
Tomorrow you think she's gonna make the board? Or?
I hope so. I hope so. So let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
In the last race, I have a horse called Camden Town. That's been ridden by NIRAD, a 7th-long race. And she's had a little bit of an issue in Bombay. She burst a vessel. And tomorrow, fortunately, is the last race of the day. If she goes the right way, she can win. Otherwise, this horse, Anushka and Esfa, this is the horses to beat.
These are the
So,
ones to
yeah.
beat. And again, so how's the fitness? The weight has been maintained?
It is good. Anthony Raj. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
For
Take
talking to
care.
us. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I've got Hela. She's exquisitely bred, but she's very small made. She was a very late foal. She's taking time to come around. Last week she ran a decent race. She was showing signs of coming around. So this is a no whip race. I've pulled out 5 kilos. She's running at bottom weight, and let's see if she can make it from pillar to post. Yeah, the less weight you carry, it's better for you. And she's got the speed. Let's see if she can make it pillar to post.
Okay, and who rides?
Haridas Gore rides him. He's a young upcoming apprentice who's won a couple of races. Let's see.
And how's the fitness looking for Hela?
She's run last week, so she's piping fit. So you can't get her fitter than this.
Lovely. Okay, so I hope then, of course, she makes the board tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Thank you.
Mariella, she's had one run here. She ran a little bit poor, and we're just hoping that she improves from that run this time. And we'll see from there on.
All right.
Let's hope she runs well.
Thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
Last race, I have 2 horses again, Daulat Mai, ridden by Akash Agarwal. Let's see. I'm trying to ride her up in front and maybe see how she runs from there.
Yes.
Because she's not been very consistent in her style of running.
Okay.
And Regal Prince, I don't really give much of a chance with Dashrath on.
All right. And any other horse to look out for, sir, in this race?
In that race, Souza.
Souza. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Thank you for talking to us and all the best. Thank you, sir.
Sphere. She's also running for the first time in Pune. She did not enjoy the Bombay season, so she didn't run. But I think tomorrow she'll run a very good race. I hope she comes out and wins.
Why do you think so? The Bombay season wasn't favorable. Like, what could be the reason?
But she was not enjoying the weather, or maybe I don't know what. But she was running okay races. I hope she runs much better tomorrow.
So you think the Pune tracks would be like lucky or good for her?
Actually, more than the track, she likes the Pune weather. So I think she'll run a big race.
All right. And anyone else to look out for, sir, in this race, you think?
In the last race? Yeah, there are some good horses. There is Sauza, number 1. That is also, she's been running, pacemaker in the big races. Then there's a filly called Anushka who's already won a race this season. There are a couple of good horses, but I think I'll run a great race.
Great race. Yeah. Definitely. All the best to you, sir. Thank you.